Thursday night's game between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks may have just been the worst game of the season. The Seahawks ultimately took the W 6-3, dropping the Bears to 4-12 after starting the year 4-2, losing their 10th straight. Caleb Williams didn't look good. 16 of 28, 122 yards and an interception, and everyone is dogging on the number 1 overall pick, and I get it, Bears fans. I hear you. It's hard to watch your first overall pick play like crap. Meanwhile, the second overall pick shows signs of stardom, leading a historically dysfunctional franchise to success in his first season. I've been there. But before you give up on Caleb Williams this fast, let's look at the circumstances coming in. First, expectations for this kid were entirely too high going into the draft. I laughed every time I heard somebody say, oh, well, Caleb Williams is going to lead the Bears to the playoffs year 1, because I knew the jump it would take. It's not like Caleb played in the SEC or the Big Ten. He played in the Pac-12. There was always going to be growing pains. He could make throws across his body and run from sideline to sideline and have success in college. That simply was never going to work in the NFL. Defenses are smarter than that. And even if Caleb Williams played at a Georgia or an Alabama or another SEC school and had success, the jump that you have to make from the college game to the professional game is just bigger than anyone would ever understand. Second of all, Caleb Williams came into quite possibly the worst coaching scheme in the NFL. I mean, they failed Caleb Williams. It's clear now. Matt Eberflus never had any business being a head coach. Shane Waldron was a failed offensive coordinator. The Bears offense has been inconsistent all year. And now you hand the reins to Thomas Brown. Take this from a Panthers fan who had to watch Thomas Brown's playbook all of last year. You do not want this man anywhere near your young quarterback. I watched him try to kill Bryce Young's mechanics, confidence, and career in just one season by running those stupid little screen passes and checkdowns, not ever looking to throw downfield. People are wondering on social media why Caleb Williams is holding the ball so long, and yes, at the end of the day, Caleb has to be more decisive, get rid of the football, especially with an offensive line that is mediocre, but his playbook is not set up to ever run plays downfield. It is set up for little screen plays that allow the defense basically to play press coverage the entire time, and last night was a prime example. Seattle read it like a book, and Chicago never got their offense going. Caleb Williams hasn't looked the best this season, and if you're only looking at stats, you may say, wait a second, Caleb isn't playing that bad. 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions? That's pretty freaking good for a rookie on the Bears. Right, here's the thing. Yes, numbers are great, analytics are great, and those are solid numbers, but if you actually watch the games and you look at this from the eye test, you see the mistakes, the rookie errors that we can expect a rookie quarterback to make, and you can see him hold on to the ball longer than any other quarterback in the league. It's easy to say, oh, he's a disaster. You have one of the deadliest receiving corps in the NFL with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and future NFL star rookie Rome Odunze. Caleb has not relied on his vets enough. He has not learned how to get comfortable with any of these guys, and here we are with just one game left in the season, and it doesn't look like he's gonna get comfortable. DJ Moore is visibly unhappy. His body language is horrible. He wants out, and it makes you question how good of a GM is Ryan Poles, because if you remember 2 years ago, the narrative was, oh, well, Ryan Poles is a genius. He fleeced the Panthers, but now you see Bryce Young get kind of comfortable, and the Panthers kind of have some potential, and the narrative is kind of shifting. Like, wait a second, was that trade really good? And Ryan Poles, outside of that trade, really hasn't prepared Caleb Williams for NFL success. His offensive line should be better. Caleb Williams has been sacked 67 times. That's more than any other quarterback in the NFL. And yes, some of those problems are on himself, but the offensive line has got to be better, because Williams has the physical abilities to be a franchise quarterback, and he's shown signs of being a star. Do I ever think he'll be the best quarterback from this class? No, I don't, because I'm as big of a Drake May fan as it gets, and Jayden Daniels is just continuing what he did at LSU. The Bears have overall failed Williams in his readiness for high-level moments, and they have done him zero favors. The defense, 26 in total yards per game, 26 in run defense, and 22nd in pass defense. The Bears have done this for a long time. We have seen this movie before. Justin Fields supposed to come in, save the Bears, bad coaching, bad management, 3 years, boom, he's out. And now he's played in Pittsburgh, and he looks solid, and I think he's going to grow with Russell Wilson. Caleb Williams needs a Russell Wilson to learn from, and I'm not even saying that he needs to learn from the bench, but he needs a vet that is very similar, that can relate while also playing for a young coach that understands Caleb Williams' play style. As far as this year goes, it's GG's. It's wraps. Something isn't working. Ryan Poles needs to be working towards the draft, deciding what they need, because if he continues to put vets and weapons on this team with an overall unprepared quarterback, the Bears will only continue down this path of disaster and purgatory.